Hello everybody, good morning. Welcome to your live class here on Sweat and Tonic. My name is Paulina. Good morning, good morning. Okay guys, coming at ya. Half an hour of power Pilates. So we'll be doing a lot of deep core work, getting a little bit of this openness, this mobility in your body. Definitely the heat, because I know you're all here for some heat, some spice. What I invite you to try and do today with me is try to take everything really slow, to not miss out on all those moments, the nuances of each movement. We don't really want to turbo speed through everything. It's all about control, it's all about breath, it's all about trying to move through space in the best way that you possibly can. Which brings me to my next point is listen to your body. If you need to take a breather, if you need to bring knees down, if you need to come down off the hands and bring it down to forearms, do it. This workout is for you. We will be working collectively together, but I want this to be an experience that feels good in your body. Yeah, because I can't be there with you right now, but I'm gonna give you as many detailed cues, as many things that I possibly can, so that you can really experience this in the truest and in the best form in your own body as possible. All right, so we just have a minute before we get going, which is my cue to put my hair up, as otherwise it's gonna get in my way. Shoot some questions at me before we get started, if you have any. Otherwise, DM Sweat and Tonic after this, if you guys have any questions regarding to anything. Any questions you got, shoot them. I'm Fitkowski here on Instagram. If you guys have any questions for me, you can DM me as well. But otherwise, we are here as a collective team to sweat together. Okay guys, it is 1 o'clock, the hair is up, your yoga mats, your mats are ready. Say hello. Hello. Today's session is half an hour. Hi, Erin. I don't know if you're saying hi, wifey, to me. Okay, half an hour coming at you right now. I'm gonna turn off the comments. This workout will be live for 24 hours after this, guys. Yes, 30 minutes, everybody. All you're gonna need is your yoga mat and yourself. Make sure that you move things out of your way so nothing stands in your way. Turning off. All right, so I'd say level. It's totally up to you. You gauge it. If you need to ease off, you ease off. But I'm planning to give you the fullest realm of what I have. So let's think level out of 5, 3 to 4. You can make it as easy, you can make it as challenging as you need. Guys, my name is Paulina. Let's get going. We're gonna start at the back edge of mat. So you wanna make sure that you have mat in front of you that you can eventually come down to. All right. So you're gonna start with your feet hip distance apart and parallel. And go ahead and start rolling your shoulders up and back a couple times. Big inhale and big exhale. Nice, so from the top here, just settle your shoulders down, unlock your knees, feel really tall through the crown of the head. And let your chin fall towards chest. And let the crown of your head, think water pouring out of a tea kettle. Rolling yourself down all the way. Bend your knees at the bottom. Shake your head gently, yes. Shake your head gently, no. And then push into your feet. Pick up the backs of the waist and roll yourself right back up to standing, bone by bone through the spine. That is the last thing to arrive. Let's do that again. So now the chin, water pouring out of the crown of your head. Roll yourselves on down. From here, hook your hands onto your elbows, soften the knees, and sway your body right to left. Find center, a little bouncing if you need, shaking the head, yes, no, release the hands, press into feet, roll yourself up. Head is the last thing to arrive. Nice, you're gonna roll yourselves on down, head lean And then walk your hands out just a bit, keeping your hips lifted. I'm gonna call this the pike position. So I'm pressing my heels into the floor. I'm setting my sits bones nice and wide behind me. I'm expanding my palms and pressing into the hands, looking between my shins. One by one, I walk the hands back towards feet, bend the knees, then roll yourselves up all the way to standing. Good. Again, rolling yourselves on down. And then walk those hands out to find your pike position again. As you hold your pike position, lift and lower the heels. Inhale and exhale. Getting some ankle mobility here as you lift and lower the heels. Working your way to flat feet. Pressing those heels back long. Shoulders away from ears, belly pulled up and in. And lower. Keep that going, guys. We lift and lower. Let's go for 4 and 3, 2. All right, last one. Drive those heels down. Walk your hands one in at a time. Bend the knees and roll yourselves up all the way to standing. So you feel a little bit longer through the backs of legs. All right, roll yourselves on down. Come and find your pike position yet again. And we're gonna go into, from a pike, walk your hands a touch forward and lift your heels up and pause. Ripple through the spine by pulling the nose towards the pubic bone. Finding your plank, so walking your feet out if you need to adjust. And then from there, pike your hips up. Lift the heels, rolling out through the spine, so it's like a nice rippling effect. And then pike the hips up. Lift the heels, roll forward and out. Inhale up. On your next ripple, stay rounded in your spine through your plank. So really pull the belly up and in. You're in your plank, but you're rounded in the spine. And then pike your hips up. Press down through heels. Let's do 2 more like this. Rippling through, keeping pubic bone pulling towards nose. Press into the hands, reach out with the heels, pike up. And then 1 more, rippling through spine, holding that position. And then bring yourself all the way back up. All right, guys, just walk out your feet again, one by one. Really keeping those fingers nice and spread. And you're gonna ripple yourself through, finding that round position and hold. Start to move through the ankles, heels back, heels forward. So we're getting, again, a little bit of mobility through the ankles. Keep the belly pulled up and in, keeping that spine rounded. Last one, and elongate here. Pike your hips up. Walk your hands into feet one by one. Bend your knees. Pick up the backs of the waist and roll yourselves up all the way. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, arms open. Good. Roll the shoulders up and back. We go back down again. So big inhale. Exhale, soften the chest, roll on down. And walk yourself out to that pike. So we have a little combo coming your way. So from a pike position, I want you to bend your knees, tabletop. And then stretch the knees, pike. Bend the knees, tabletop. And up. So as you're bending your knees, guys, really think of sits bones wide, knees under the hips. And those knees are coming to a hover off mat. My arms are staying long. I'm still thinking of energy down into the palms. And up. 1 more. And press. Now bring yourself down into the hover. And go ahead and extend the knees, plank, and then to hover. Press forward and in. So you're thinking of shooting energy out through the crown of your head and then sit the hips back towards heels. 2 more. All right, we're gonna bring those 2 bits together. So go ahead and pike. Bend the knees to a hover. Extend the legs to plank. Back to pike. Keep that going nice and fluid. Bend the knees to hover. Press forward to plank. Think of it like a wheel. Yeah, each movement smoothly moving into the next. Now let's reverse that direction. So you got a plank, Bend to a hover, pike, plank. 3 more. Exhale, inhale, exhale forward. Keeping that going, guys. Lifting on up. 1 more, you finish in your pike. Walking out through the heels, right and left. Great, walk your hands to feet, 1 by 1. Bend the knees and roll yourselves on up. Make fists with your hands, just circle up those wrists. Good, and then reverse. So 1 more time, we breathe in, arms lift. And then as we exhale, nod the chin, we roll right back down, guys, finding your plank. So walk it out. Take your hands under shoulders, feet hip width apart. Step your right foot to the outside of your right hand. Now I'm gonna move back a bit so you can see. You're gonna float your right arm up to the ceiling. And then thread the arm between leg and arm under the left as you bend the left elbow. Inhale, follow the arm up. And then exhale, getting some rotation here in your spine. Really reaching back long with your left leg and heel. 1 more like this, up. And thread under. Bring the arm up to ceiling, place the hand down, step your right foot back, switch sides. Left foot steps, left arm opens, big inhale, exhale, thread under. So seeing if you can really get the spine and the ribs to spiral. Inhale, press down to the bottom arm, open the chest, and under. Good. 1 more time, big lift. And thread under. Nice. Okay, hand comes down, step your left foot back, and come down onto knees, and take a child's pose, relax. All right, roll yourselves up all the way. Take your right hand down by the side, left arm reaches up over, side stretch, and then switch. 1 more each way. Happy Sunday morning, everybody. And come all the way on up. Great. Okay, so we're gonna go into a side seated position. So go ahead and sit on your right hip, and your legs are just out to your left, one stacked over the other. So that side bend, I'm gonna incorporate it here again. So you're gonna grab a hold of the top shin, take your right arm up and over, and then press that hand down into the floor. As you pick your hips up, extend the top left leg long as the arm of the opposite reaches up and over. Come on down. So up and over, big inhale, and then exhale, press and lift. Good, so as you're coming up into that side plank position, just make sure that shoulder over wrist, and that the ribs don't open forward, they stay knitted together. Press up and up. Good, 2 more, up and over, press down, lift, extend the top leg long. Last one here. Good, hold it up and pause there. Take your top arm, keep it lengthened, flex your top left leg and circle the leg around. Yeah, so keep going. So that leg is circling up and around. And then go ahead and reverse the direction. 4, 3, 2, 1 more. Taking that knee back down just like you started. This time I want you to turn your chest spiral to the mat. We go into a push-up stance. So hands are wide, but your knees are pointing towards your left. Bend the elbows, tuck your toes behind you, press up in the arms as you lift your lower half to swivel the knees into your twisty push-up. Lower the hips, bend the elbows, look towards your right. And go ahead and flow through that. And lower. So as you're swiveling around, everybody, you want those knees to skim the mat. As you press into the hands, try to get your hips to come up a little sooner than you'd like. And lower. Keep that going. Nice. Let's do 1 more. You're gonna finish off to that side. Bring yourself all the way up, and then we repeat the side bang on the other side. Up and over. Hand comes to floor, right leg, right arm reach, and down. Side bend over, expanding through the sides of the ribs. Hand under shoulder, press, lengthen, and lower. So we're feeling the spine moving. We're feeling the hips, bottom waist, waking up a little bit more. Breathing in, and up. All right, guys, you got 2 more. Keep that going. On your next one, you're gonna hold the side plank position, flex the top right leg. Go ahead and circle around for 4 and 3. Get tall through the bottom arm. 1 more, reverse that direction. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring everything on down and have a seat to face the front edge of the mat. Nice job. All right, legs are extended out long in front of you, arms are reaching forward. Start to slowly roll yourself down bone by bone. So I want you to really feel your low back touching first, your middle back touching second, shoulder blades down, your upper back touching third, and then the shoulders and head are last. Breathe in as you exhale, float your arms up. Inhale, lift the head and shoulders, and then exhale your way all the way back up. And I want you to imagine like you're sitting in front of a big beach ball, up and over. Trying to keep shoulders over pelvis and pulling the belly up and in, creating this nice round shaped position to your spine. Lift yourself on up. So that rounded position should not feel like a stretch, it should feel more of work. Yeah, you might feel a little bit lengthening, but it's all about abdominal work there. All right, come on up. Start to shift off of those bony parts in your pelvis, round yourself back bone by bone. So slow. Lower back, middle back, upper back, shoulders, head, arms reach back behind you. Exhale. Inhale, float your head and shoulders up, and then exhale your way all the way to seated. And then up and over that big beach ball. Lengthen on up. This will be your last one, rolling down 8 counts. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead, bend your knees, plant your feet flat on the floor. You want to make sure your knees, your ankles are in line with the hip line, so parallel. Hands, one stacked over the other, please, behind your head. I'm just going to move forward a little bit. Okay, heavy on the pelvis. Try to stay light on your low back as you lift your heart up and forward. 2 counts, head, shoulders lower. Exhale, curl up. Inhale and exhale. Nice and slow down for 2 and up for 2. Lower, lower, lift, lift. So I'm definitely not pulling at my neck or my head with my hands. I'm really using my abdominals and the cue of pushing down through the back ribs to get me higher. Exhale up. I slip my shoulders down away from my ears to make sure that my neck doesn't feel it as too much. Press your head into hands and vice versa. Create some length through the upper back by thinking of going up and over like a big arc rather than thinking of chest slanting between thighs. 2 more. Should be feeling some heat in your midline. Hold it at the top, everybody. Let's pulse. We go up and up and up. Pay attention to pelvis. Noticing if your pubic bone and your hip bones are level with each other. So it creates this nice level diamond shape. Yes, and up and up. So you want to avoid your low back pressing into the mat too much here. 4 more. 4, 3, hold it at the top. We rotate to the right for 2 and center. Shoulders head back, shoulders head left. Rotate to the left, 2 counts. 1, 2, center. Lower down for 2 and up. Let's pulse right here. 8 counts. 8, 7. 4 more. 4, 3. Now hold. Before we take it to the other side, let's challenge. Knees up to tabletop position, knees over hips, feet slightly up, press your low back down. Rotate to the left for 2, center up. Shoulders head down, shoulders head up. Rotate to the right for 2. Center. We lower down. All right, give those knees a hug. Pull them in. Try to get your nose up towards those knees. Tight little ball. Imagine like you're taking a hat off. Slip the hands behind you as the legs go forward. Open the arms all the way around. Hug those knees. Lift higher. All right, guys, let's go. Big inhale. Exhale. 3 more. Big inhale and exhale. Get longer through the back and the front of your neck. 1 more. Shoulders down. And then hug the knees. Let the shoulders, head relax. Rocking side to side. Hands under the knees. Nod the chin. Come all the way up to seated. Sweep your legs around. Find your plank. Hands under shoulders. Legs back and long. Right leg crosses over your left. Left arm reaches up to ceiling. Hand comes back down to mat. Uncross. Switch sides. Left foot crosses over. Right arm lifts up. Hand returns to mat. Uncross. Let's go a little faster. Cross. Lift. Lower. Uncross. Cross. And lift. Lower. Uncross. So before my hand lifts off the floor, my lower half is twisty. Then before my leg uncrosses, my hand is on mat. 2 more. Last one here. We go back into our pike. Press the hips up, lengthen through the backs of heels. Hold that there. Walk your hands in a touch. Walk the hands in all the way to feet. Bend your knees. Press into your feet. Roll yourself up. 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, team. Step a touch forward. Walk your toes and heels together. Bend your knees, send your hips behind your heels. Take your right heel, lift it off the floor, and place that foot back behind you. Hands come to heart center, or they can live on your hips. You decide what feels good. You're gonna push into your front left foot, lift your chest up, keep the back leg long, and then forward as you bow. 2 counts. So we lift up for 2, lower for 2. So this is all about waking up through the left seat, hamstring your thighs. I really need you to push down into the front sole of your foot and get longer through the spine. We lift, we lower. Nice, next one, you're gonna hold the hinge forward, back foot taps in and out, in. Allow for the same arm as the leg moving back to swing forward. And then the other arm is gonna do opposition. So we scissor through space with those arms. Stay nice and low in that left leg, guys. Keep the ribs and hips in front, the exact same length each time the leg is moving. Each time the limbs are moving. 2 more, 2, final 1, hold. From there, bring your hands back to hips. All right, settle yourself into this position. Send both arms forward. We go back to what we already know. Lift the torso up and then hinge forward from the hip. 2 counts. Lift, lift, lower. So now because I asked you to have the arms forward, they add a little bit of weight for your hip. So you should feel that a little bit more work in that left hip, in that left thigh. 1 more. All right, hold it forward. Back leg lifts as the arms sweep back, forward. Stay low in that front leg. Really feel the lift coming from the back of your right leg where the thigh meets the seat. 2 more, 2, final 1, and bring everything all together and come all the way to standing. Nice. Take the legs wide and circle your hips all the way around. Big circle. You're like, thank you. A little release. Excellent. Let's reverse those circles. It's like you're stirring your Sunday morning coffee or coffees or cocktails, depending on where you are or how you're feeling. Okay, turn back over to your front. Second leg, toes and heels together. Bend your knees. Lift your left heel and then tap that left foot back. Push down into the right foot. Lift your torso, bow forward. So we're moving right from the hip. Yeah, so the crease of the hip in the front. Just watch that you're not collapsing on the front thigh. You're still thinking of a pull, a lift away from that thigh in front. Inhale as you bow. Exhale, fire down to lift. And two more, everybody. Then we go into our toe taps. Left foot. One more. Hold it down at the bottom. Left foot, lighten it, tapping in and out. Try to maintain this nice depth in the right leg. And now with our left arm swinging forward as the legs taps back, and then alternate, scissoring those arms. Stay nice and low. 4 and 3, 2, our transition. Bring those hands back to heart center on the hips. All right, stay there. I'm gonna flow both arms up, biceps by ears. Exhale to lift. Inhale, bow forward. So I've loaded my booty. I've loaded all that heat. Yes, we're feeling it in the right hip. I'm keeping my arms reaching long, far away from my back heel. 4 more, and forward. Think of that inner arch of your right foot lifting without peeling the big toe ball joint off mat. 1 more, you hold the bow forward, swing and lift those back legs. Arms are reaching back and front. Stay low in standing leg. Guys, 4 more. 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring those feet together, release it over. Shake it out. Step your feet under hips, bend the knees, and roll yourselves up all the way to standing. Lovely. Turning to face sideways on mat, take a nice wide stance, this time externally rotating the thigh bones. So from the hip sockets into a sumo position. So you're gonna bend your knees, sinking your hips towards about knee level, and making sure those knees are tracking towards first and second toe. Hands at heart center as we stretch, bend. 2 counts, lift, and lower. So keep it going. As I face sideways to you, make sure that you're maintaining a long neutral spine. So we're not tucking the tail where we're missing out on that natural curvature of your spine. You just want to make sure that your pelvis is directly underneath you without the butt going back too much. Yeah, so finding somewhere in between. I like to imagine the back of my skull, the back of my ribs, my pelvis, sliding up and down a wall, keeping my low back light on that wall. I lift for 2 and lower. Pressing down into the heels, and even though those feet are not moving towards one another, put some traction down, pull those heels towards one another, and bend. You have 4 more, and lower. Take those arms out to a T. Crown of the head reaching up, making sure the chin parallel to the floor. 1 more like this. Stay nice and low. Taking your right arm up and over, side stretch, and up, same direction. 3. Trying to maintain the legs as the upper body moves freely. 1 more. Reverse, 4 in the opposite direction. I have set up a fancy light over to my right, as you can see. So I'm reaching towards the light. Seeing the light at the end of this tunnel here. I know the burn is not going to go forever. Bring it in and pulse. Arms lower and they lift overhead. 8, 7, my shoulders are down, my ribs are closed. I got 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring the hands back to heart center and slowly stretch those legs. Turn your feet parallel, step them a little wider. Go ahead and bend your left knee, send your hips back. Feel a stretch of the inner thigh and switch. Arms sweep back, arms reach up again. Inhale, exhale. Lifting up. 2 more. You're like, thank you. This is your bow. Not done yet. Up, toe and heel your feet back underneath your hips. I'm gonna turn so I'm facing my mat. You might as well too. Take a breath in. Exhale, lower, nod the chin. Guys, let's roll ourselves down and find your plank position. So hands are going to be under shoulders. Your feet are as wide as your mats. Your belly's pulling up and in. If you need, walk your feet back to hip width and bring your knees down, okay? So this is our final push. Making sure that our hips aren't wiggling. I'm gonna sweep my right arm forward and I put it down. I switch my left arm up. I put it down. My right foot lifts a touch off the mat. Put it down. Left. Stay with that, or arm and leg, opposition. Put it down. Again. Inhale to lower. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Guys, you got 4 more like this. 4. If you have a full glass of water on your lower back, on your pelvis, it is staying full the whole time. And in. Last one. All right, walk your feet hip width apart, bend your knees, and take a child's pose to relax. Wiggle your hips side to side. Shift your weight forward and come down onto your bellies. See if you can glue your heels together behind you so the legs are really Velcroing in towards one another. You know when you pull a Velcro bag and sometimes you miss it and there's these like bubbles and it's super annoying? None of that here. This is a really high-end zip lock through the legs. Hands are right by the bottom ribs and my elbows are pointing back. It's almost like a grasshopper leg, yes? Okay, eyes are looking down, legs are together. Press into the palms of your hands and fire the shoulder blades down away from your head. Now as you're lifted here, make sure your navel is contracted off the mat to save your low back. Lift the legs and hover off the floor. Start to squeeze the elbows back behind you and float your hands off the mat. Stay there. Create some length through the front of your throat. 4, 3, 2, and 1, release. Okay, let's reset. Roll the shoulders back and down. Press into the hands, lift your heart. Float your legs up, and that zip lock is on. Lift your hands off the floor. Create some more length through the front of your throat. Get longer, don't think of getting higher. Get long. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Last one here. Roll the shoulders up and back. Press into the hands, pull the navel up and off. Legs lift, hands lift, and pull those elbows closer towards one another. 3, 2, release. Guys, press yourself back, rounding out your spine. Come forward and find that pike position that you all know so well. Really send your sits bones, tilt your pelvis upwardly so sits bones are spread back behind you. Walk your hands to your feet one by one. Bend those knees and roll yourselves up all the way to standing. Walk one big step forward. Bring your heels together and your toes ever so slightly apart. Final balance. Really feeling the inner thighs again, that zip lock sensation through the inner thighs as you rise up to the balls of your feet, a sliver off the floor. Arms come up overhead. Rounded elbows, shoulders down, rib cage is closed. Lower the heels. Swing your heels apart now so your feet are parallel. You might need to walk them out a touch. Rise up to the balls of feet, again an inch or less off the floor. Turn your palms to face forward. Stay there. start to go up and over like a top of a candy cane. And you're gonna roll yourself down, trying to maintain that small lift of your heels off the mat. Once you get to the bottom, keep those heels exactly how they are. And you're gonna roll yourself up, keeping the head heavy, the arms heavy. Keep going, guys. You might feel a little bit wobbly, that's okay. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower the heels, bend your knees. Roll the shoulders up and back. You guys, you are all finished. Awesome job. Woo, that was a sweaty one. I don't know about you. Let that hair down. It is Sunday. It is the end of an amazing weekend. Guys, we've survived week 5 of this pandemic together. You guys did an awesome job. You have been doing an amazing job. Kudos to every single one of you for keeping it real, for staying home and taking care of you and your loved ones and everyone else around you. Thanks everybody for coming. Bridget, thank you. Danica, yes. Woo. All right, so just in case you missed it, this workout is going to be live for the next 24 hours. So if you wanted to do it again tomorrow, I'll be here. It won't be live, but I'm here with great hair. Just kidding, guys. This is like you know what I like about this live? You can't really tell how clean or how dirty this is. Okay, I need to stop talking now. Stay safe, everybody. That's it, Christine. You tell them. Take care. Thanks for joining. Stay tuned for more coming your way today and the rest of the week. Bye, everybody. Thank you.